Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Sati Mata Pranadhan Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Sati Mata Pranadhan Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Nadiya Bihari Gaura Hari Gaura Hari Bihari Gaura Hari Jai Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jayo Srila Prabhupada Jai Jayo Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jayo Srila Prabhupada Jai Gurudev Jayo Gurudev Gurudev गुरुदेव जय शिला गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव 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 जय शिला गुरुदेव जय गौर हरि बोल 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 हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री सताय गौरांग भगवान की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So today we are reading from Canto 10, chapter 68, and two verses are there, verse number 21, 22, chapter entitled The Marriage of Samba. So recite verse number 22. यद् युवं भवस्त्वैकं युवं भवस्तव जित्वा धर्मिकं जित्वा धर्मेनाधर्मिकम् अबध्निथाथा तन्मृष्ये बन्धूनामैक्याकाम्यया यद् युवं भावस्त्वमेकम् जित्वा धर्मेनाधर्मिकम् अबध्निथाथा तन्मृष्ये बन्धूनामैक्याकाम्यया यद् युवं भवस्त्वैकम् जित्वा धर्मेनाधर्मिकम् अबध्निथाथा तन्मृष्ये बन्धूनामैक्याकाम्यया. Devotees can recite. यद् युवं भावस्त्वमेकम् जित्वा धर्मेनाधार्मिकम् अबध्येक्याकतन्मृष्ये काम्यया. अबध्निथाथा तन्मृष्ये बन्धूनामैक्यकाम्यया यद् युवं भावस्त्वैकम् जित्वा धर्मेनाधार्मिकम् अबध्निथाथा तन्मृष्ये बन्धूनामैक्यकाम्यया. माताजी's. यद् युवं भवस्त्वैकम् जित्वा धर्मेनाधर्मिकम् अबध्निथाथा तन्मृष्ये बन्धूनामैक्यकाम्यया. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada disciples ki jai. So word to word meaning first. Yat, that, you yam, all of you, bahava, being many, tu, but, ekam, one person, jitva, defeating, adharmena, against religious principles, dharmikam, one who follows religious principles, abadnita, you bound up, atah, even so, tat, that, mrishye, I am tolerating, bandhunam, among relatives, ekya, for unity, kam yaya, with the desire. Translation: King Ugrasena has said, even though by irreligious means several of you defeated a single opponent who follows the religious codes, still I am tolerating this for the sake of unity among family members. Purport: Here Ugrasen implies that the Kurus should immediately bring Samba and present him to Lord Balaram. So let us chant the prayers together. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितमाश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरविषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यं जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुवैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, I seek blessings at the lotus feet of all the devotees so that I can say something for the glorification of the Lord and for my personal purification. So, we have been discussing this chapter, the marriage of Samba. So, two verses are there. So, 21st verse is also there. So, I will just recite it and read its translation. For the verse number 21, उग्रसेना सितासेसो यद्वा अजनापयत् प्रभु तद अव्यग्राधिया श्रुत्वा कुरुध्वम अविलंबितम. Its translation is, Lord Balram said, King Ugrasen is our master and the ruler of kings. With undivided attention, you should hear what he has ordered you to do, and then you should do it at once. And today's verses, which we recited just now, so Balram is further saying, Lord Balram is further saying, King Ugrasena has said, even though by irreligious means several of you defeated a single opponent who follows the religious codes, still I am tolerating this for the sake of unity among family members. So this chapter we have been discussing and devotees have been very nicely explaining about this wonderful pastime where Lord Balram is coming. And he is coming because when Krishna and Balram ji come, so they come for a rescue mission. So here Lord Balram has personally gone, because here we do not see that Samba is praying. But since Samba is son of Krishna, surrendered to Krishna, surrendered to Lord Balram, so Lord Balram is personally taking this responsibility just to save Samba. Because if we see, then what hope Samba had, he did not have any hope, right? Because the greatest warrior were like Bhishma Dev was there, he was the greatest warrior. Arjuna was there, Karna was there. So we saw in the Mahabharat war, so they both, like Kauravas were there, Pandavas were there, and they were opponents. But here in this case, what is happening? Both are coming together. Means the entire world power is coming together, and the world power is fighting against a single person, that is Samba. So he almost had no hope of winning that battle. Although he tried his best, but he was like surrounded by so many greatest of the great warriors. So there was no possibility that Samba could have escaped from there. So just like in our case also, like we see that we also do not have any hope. Like suppose that we are stuck in a marshy land. So is there any hope that even if we struggle very hard in the marshy land to get out from it, so it won't be possible for us to get out of the marshy land. The more we will try, the more we will go deep inside it. So that is the situation when the people are there in this material world. So also like Prabhupada gives the example, he gives the example that someone is drowning in the ocean. So if someone is drowning in the ocean, and it's like as vast as like the Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean, and he is like in the middle of the ocean and surrounded by all the ferocious sharks. So all these like warriors are like the sharks. So there is no hope for the person to save himself. So only some external help, not just any person who is extremely powerful, who has the capability, only that person can come and save. So here we are seeing that Lord Balram, he has that capacity, that capability, because he is the Supreme Lord only, the first expansion of Lord Krishna. So he is coming to save here Samba. So in this world also, if you see that if we just try to understand some of the lessons which we can learn. So we are also struggling like so much in this world, and we have so much suffering. But the problem is that in this world, it's not just only suffering. There are little amount of happiness which is also given to us in this world. And that is the little amounts of like the dollops of happiness, the small quantity of happiness which is given to us, that actually keeps on binding to this material world. Because we have somehow or the other, because Maya creates a kind of a great illusion, and we have this hope that today or tomorrow that some situation, some favorable situation is going to come, and we are going to become happy in this world. It's not that we have completely become hopeless with this material world, because we have little bit hope. That is why we are still like at least we are having this material consciousness, and we have the thought, we have that feeling like we might have so many problems, but little happiness person may get. Like a person may be very thirsty, he's in the desert, so he will get a little drop of water, and the person will hope that I will get more quantity of water. So in that hope, he will continue to live in this world. So person will have like some financial problem, financial challenges will be there, relationship problem will be there. So little bit a person is going through a financial problem. So he is struggling and struggling. Then somehow or the other, it is arranged, he will get some money. He will get some like a small little job he will get. They will start earning some amount of money. Krishna Nityananda Gaurang Bhagwan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So he will earn some money, something he will get, and he will start hoping that by whatever I am going to earn, by this money, what is going to happen, I am going to enjoy my life. I will get more money. Someone is having a relationship problem, and still the feeling is there, like family, there is some problem, is there, still the family, the thought is there that situation is going to improve in due course of time. So this kind of thought process, what is happening, we are having. And this is what is keeping us again back to this material world again and again. So there is one phenomena, and that is called as it is called a Stockholm syndrome. I don't know if you all heard or not. So Stockholm syndrome phenomena is like that a person who is being abused, so somehow or the other, he develop emotional relationship with the abuser. So that actually is Stockholm syndrome. So what happens that suppose that a person has been kidnapped, and the person has been kept under captivity. So the person who has kidnapped, he will give all kind of whatever the torture and all he will do. But he will like little bit, he will take care of it. He will give him some food, he will give him some place to stay and all. But the person who has been captured, so what happens, he starts thinking that no, this is not an abuser. This actually this person, because when I am hungry, at least he is giving me food sometime, he is giving me water sometime, he has given me place to stay. So he starts feeling that no, this is not a bad person, he is a good person. So this concept came in 1973 in Stockholm. That Stockholm is in Sydney, right? So there it came. So what had happened? So there was a bank robbery. So there was a person, he was a bank robber, and he tried to rob a bank, but he failed. But although he failed in robbing the bank, but he captured 4 people. He made 4 people captive, 3 male and 1 female, if I remember correctly. So captured them, and he kept them under his captivity for almost 6 days. For 6 days he was there, and whatever like torture and all he was doing, and he was threatening also that he will kill, and he was also negotiating with the police people, because police also wanted to rescue the people who were kidnapped. So, and he was threatening that I am going to kill these people if you are not going to fulfill my demand and all. Somehow or the other, after 6 days, this person was caught, and those 4 people were rescued after 6 days. So, but to the dismay of all, when the case was filed in the court, so all the 4 people who were captured by this kidnapper, so they were not willing to tell in the court that this is the culprit. Somehow or the other, they were trying to save him. And not just trying to save the person, they also were trying to arrange some financial help, some legal help, some financial help, so this person should not be put in jail. So the psychologists were completely they were like completely like shocked that why these people are behaving like that. So this one of the psychologists, so his name is Noel Hunter. So he is in the psychotherapist in the New York City. So he says that his statement is that when a caregiver or a person on whom a person relies for food, safety and shelter is also one's abuser, the victim is trapped. So although the abuser was torturing him, was threatening to kill him, but at least he was giving him 3 things. Food he was giving him, some of the security in the sense he was not trying to kill him. That safety he was giving, and shelter he was giving. So somehow or the other, it was like a defense mechanism which they developed, and they thought that no, this person is not a bad person, this person is a good person, and he is actually trying to give me when I have been suffering. So this came to be known as Stockholm syndrome, and later on also it was found. Recently I read somewhere newspaper, one person was there, he stole the mobile of a lady. Later on that lady got married to that person only. I don't know what happened. So this is how people behave in a very psychologically, this is how it happens. Very strange, it cannot have any reason behind this, but this is how it happens. So this is how we are in this material world. We are trapped by Maya Devi. Sometimes we are like 24 hours in a day, we have so much suffering is there, like mental suffering, physical suffering, all the 3 kleshas we know, all these things are there. But little point to point, some happiness is given. And we think that where are we going to go? Because here, although we may think about Krishna, we may think that there is a Golok Vrindavan, some Golok Vrindavan we hear and read in the scriptures, but we have not seen it with our mundane eyes till now. We just hear from the script, hear and read from pure devotees like Prabhupada. But we think that no, this is the place where we have to live, and somehow or the other we have to adjust to this place. And here I am getting the shelter, here somehow or the other I am getting the food, I am getting the air to breathe. Somehow or the other, in a small quantity also, like my desires, what is going to happen? My desires are getting fulfilled in this world. So that is how that our desire to be here does not go away. We always want to continue to live in this world only. And although we think that the person who is having a financial problem, this problem, that person may feel miserable, and they want to get out from this repeated cycle of birth and death and all. So that actually is not the case. Even the poorest of the poor people who might be suffering, so they also have great hope. And they also somehow or the other feel that no, they are not unhappy, they are happy in this world. Because the moment person feels actually, not theoretically, actually that realization comes that I am unhappy in this world, you will make extra endeavor to return back to the spiritual world. So recently when I was in Delhi, so I went to repair my shoes, so one cobbler was there. So cobbler sits, so he has a big umbrella has multiple holes. So he was saying very proudly that I'm happy with my life. And he was saying that although he was an old person, not a young person, maybe 60, 70 years old he might be. He was saying that no, I am very happy, I am coming, I am always for last many years I am coming and I am sitting at the same place. And they are like my regular customers. They will not go anywhere, they will come to me only. And like I repair their shoes and all, and I am like very happy. I am very happy and satisfied with my life. So that happiness was not because of Krishna consciousness, but happiness was that because I am getting my food, clothing, shelter and all. There is the job, what I am doing. His wife is also sitting beside. So his wife was also there. He was also wearing specs like me. So he was also thinking that everything is fine, perfect. There is no problem in that. So the same example that Indra's example we know that when he was cursed to become the hog. So I was thinking, what is the harm? What will I do when I become Indra? I am happy with my hog. My beautiful wife is there. My obedient children is there. I have a nice place. Every morning I get nice food. He was very happy and satisfied with his life. So similarly, no matter in whatever situation we might be there, so we also feel that we are happy, we are contented. So in Bhagavatam also it is mentioned that the nature of the soul is that even if it is put in a hellish condition, he start trying to adjust himself in the hellish condition. That is the nature of the conditioned soul, like people like us, or I can say about people like me. So just for our sake, so that is why this wonderful pastimes are there, pastimes which we are reading, and so many like pastimes are there. And Krishna also comes. So Krishna performs so many pastimes. He comes in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Great devotees are also there. So they also try to explain, because they just try to jog our memory, just try to just make us understand that you are foolishly trying to suffer in this world. So as Narad Muni explains in the 4th canto Bhagavatam, that he gives the example. He gives the example that just like a deer is there in a very nice place, a beautiful garden is there, a deer is there, the garden is having like a nice flower, blossoming flower is there, fragrance is there, so the atmosphere is very nice, cool breeze is blowing, so deer is there, he is eating the nice grass, all the soft grasses the deer is eating, so there is a nice, beautiful wife of the deer also there, and the bumblebees are there, so bumblebees are humming, and the deer is enjoying that particular scenario. So, and the deer does not know, just beside the garden, there are bushes, and in the bushes, a lion is hiding. And the lion is just waiting for the moment that when he will get an opportunity to jump and pounce on the deer and eat his flesh. So, the lion is in front of him, and behind him is a hunter. So, hunter is just is ready with his bow and arrow, that whenever the opportunity is going to come, he is going to shoot that deer. So, but oblivious to all this fact, what is there? The deer is enjoying with his wife, and all the bumblebees are like compared to small children, because small children when they speak, it is very soft, right? We all we get very attracted when children are speaking. So deer completely gets captivated. So he has like great desire, so he wants to fulfill all the desire and feels that no, everything is fine, everything is going on very nicely, but no one knows that at any moment the lion can jump, or the hunter may release the arrow and the deer will lose the life. So the deer may lose the life. So that is our condition also, not our condition, everyone's condition, that any moment anything happens, we all know. So many examples we have seen. But in spite of all these things, our material desires does not end. So although like the body may get destroyed, like we study about this Janmrityu Jada Vyadhi. So this Jada Vyadhi and all, so that is only applicable to our gross body. Because the desires in the mind always remains there, and the desires does not die. Maybe the form may change, but the desire which is there to enjoy in this material world, it never dies. Although physically one may not be able to fulfill that desire, but in spite there is almost like great craving is there. That is why you see that even people like who are 60 years, 70 years, even 80 years old, so they will hear movie songs. So what they will do? They will just they want to hear movie song. Like person is on deathbed, they want to know that who is going to form the government, who is going to win the election, what is he going to do, they don't know. So that kind of they have that feeling. So they think that I am going to live more and more. So the desire they are not able to kill. So that is why what happens, that when a person leaves the body also, the desires are there. So just to fulfill that desire, So the example as it is given in Bhagvatam, just like a caterpillar, so when it moves from one leaf to another leaf, so what it does, it holds the other leaf, then it leaves the one leaf. The previous leaf it leaves, then it goes to the other leaf. Similarly, like kind of desire we are having in our mind, so based on that desire, before we leave the body, our next body is already prepared. So we are not forcibly because it was our desire. Krishna is fulfilling that desire. So we are put into some other body, and another body again the same repeated cycle of birth, death, all this like we read about Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. We again undergo all this through all those things again we have to go again and again. So Krishna is very so much. Krishna has a feeling that what is going to happen to these conditions for people like us. Krishna, then Lord Balram, then pure devotees and all. So what they are doing, so they try to create some kind of a special arrangement for us so that we can elevate our consciousness. So that if we elevate our consciousness, we will get that realization that the place currently where we are living or the consciousness where we are, the material consciousness which we are having, so that actually is giving us unlimited amount of miseries, and we have to come out from this misery. So this month, a very special month is there because this is like Purushottam month. So like these are the special months, like Kartik month is there, Purushottam month is there. These are like a special arrangement which Krishna makes. And what Krishna is saying that in this special month, like if little bit of devotional service also if we are trying to do, then we are going to get unlimited benefits. Sometimes it is there, no, like Diwali sale is there, Dasara sale is there, like some small amount you give, some little amount of money you give, and you are going to get lot many articles or items you are going to get. So this is like a special month Krishna arranges. So I thought that because there are unlimited glories of Purushottam month, and it is said that the more we hear about the glories of Purushottam month, the more we discuss about it, then we are getting more and more benefit. I thought that maybe devotees know all this pastime, but we will again try to discuss about the glories of Purushottam month and see that how we can maximize our Krishna conscious time, how we can become more serious in our Krishna conscious life. So this Purushottam month, like what is the reason why this Purushottam month comes? So there is a mathematical calculation behind that. So the mathematical calculation is that in the Vedic system we have two calendars. One is that solar and one is that lunar. So lunar calendar is of around 354 days, 354 point something like point something days is there, and the solar calendar is 365 plus some days are there. So in 1 year, so 354, then 366. 355, so say 365. So almost like 11 days difference is there between the solar calendar and the lunar calendar in a single year. So exactly not almost after 3 years, so it becomes almost like 1 month. So the exact like time period is that, so that extra 1 month which comes, that becomes like the Adhik Mas. Adhik, as you know in Sanskrit or Hindi it is called extra. That becomes like extra month. So to make sure that both the calendars are equal, that the solar calendar and the lunar calendar, so one extra month is added in 1 year, so that both the calendars become equal. So that Adhik Mas, it comes after 32 months, 16 days and 8 ghadis. So after that, one Adhik Mas comes. So one ghadi is equal to 24 minutes. So after that, like one extra month is added. So before we discuss, so this about this Purushottam month. So like the glories of Purushottam month has been narrated in Skanda Puran. It is there in the Padma Puran. All the many Puranas. This wonderful pastime has been described. So the sequence is that how this is like we have a nested loop, like we have in mathematics or wherever we study, there is nested loop. So how this story is narrated. So when Sut Goswami, so sages are there in the Naimisharan, and then Sut Goswami comes. So as soon as Sut Goswami comes, so all the sages stand up, and they want to know from Sut Goswami that if they can tell us something special about the Supreme Lord, so they can purify their life, and all the people on this entire earth, they can purify their life. So Sut Goswami is telling to the sages that I am very fortunate because just I am coming from Hastinapur, and I heard that Sukdev Goswami is narrating Bhagvatam to Parikshit Maharaj. So I have heard it. So whatever I heard, so I will try to narrate to you I will narrate you all, whatever the pastimes I heard. So Sud Goswami starts narrating. Then he tells this pastime. So this pastimes happened when Narad Muni visits Lord Narayan in Badrika Ashram. So this pastime happens. So Narad Muni is in Badrika Ashram and he meets Lord Narayan, because in Badrika Ashram we know that Nar Narayan Rishi is there. So then Narad Muni is asking to Lord Vishnu that people in this world, they are suffering like anything. So what is the way by which they can like come out of from this suffering? So Lord Narayan is very much pleased, thinking that there is this great sage. So he has so much concern for the people of this world. So then Lord Narayan says that I will tell you that what special thing which a person can do by which they can not just elevate their consciousness, they can also return back to the spiritual world. Then Lord Narayan says that I will narrate you a pastime, and this pastime is of Lord Krishna with the Pandavas. And this story is about Purushottam month, and that was spoken by Krishna to Pandavas when the Pandavas were in Kamavan. In Vrindavan there is a Kamavan. So when Pandavas were there in that month in the year of their exile, when they were there, so at that time this Krishna had spoken about this. So Lord Narayan starts speaking. So what had happened, that Krishna had gone to Kamavan to meet the Pandavas, and when Krishna sees that Pandavas in a very difficult state, so they have like difficulty because they were the royal king and they were like staying in all these places and all. They did not have proper shelter, so they were struggling. So Krishna becomes very angry, but the Pandavas are very happy to see Krishna because Krishna had appeared, so they were very happy. And but Krishna is very upset, he is very angry, and he is saying that no, this Duryodhana has done, Dhritarashtra has done, so what I am going to do, I am going to go and kill Duryodhana, I am going to like eliminate all the Kauravas and all. So Krishna is very angry, so it looks like as if that he is going to like the world is going to be devastated because of Krishna's anger. So Yudhishthira Maharaj especially, he tries to calm Lord Krishna. He says that no, please calm down, nothing to worry about this. We are getting your darshan. So they start offering praise to Krishna. They give a nice place for Krishna to sit down and all. So Krishna becomes pacified. So after some time, Yudhishthira Maharaj, so then he asked Krishna that we are your devotees, then why we are suffering? What is the reason that we have to suffer? Then Krishna looks towards Draupadi and then he says that I will tell you about the reason of your suffering. And the reason is that because you all are not observing Purushottam Mass, you did not observe Purushottam month, that is the reason that you are suffering. Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking that what is this Purushottam month? I have never heard about this. So Krishna says that okay, let me tell you about this Purushottam month. So then Krishna tells about this, that what this Adhik Mass is there, as we discussed about the mathematical calculation, that one extra month is there after almost about 3 years. And then Krishna explains that this Adhik Mass, this extra Mass, that is also called in Hindi called Mal Maas. It is called Khar Maas and Mal Maas. So this Mal Maas, so like in this material world, the creation is that everything has a personality. Like the month also has a personality. So this extra month, that is the Adhik Maas or the Mal Maas, is also a personality. A lady is there. So that personality, that deity of this Adhik Maas, so she was called as an extra month. So some extra person is there. So what happened? Generally that person is ignored. And this extra month is something, so it is called Mal Maas. So in this month, no auspicious things happen materially. Materially, like there will no marriage in this month. There will no one will start any new business or like anything like something they want to do in this material life. So they will not, there will no, nothing will be there in this particular 1 month. So it is called like Khar Maas, Mal Maas, all this Maas is called. So Mal actually means stool. That is something which is very dirty. So when this deity of this extra month, Adhik Maas, when she came to know that I am referred as a stool, so she became very devastated. So she had lot of tears in her eyes, that we can imagine someone is called a stool, what the feeling that person will be having. So what she did, she went to Lord Vishnu's abode and she fell on the feet of Lord Vishnu and she started saying to Lord Vishnu that, see, what is my condition? You gave me this particular responsibility, you made me the deity of Adhik Maas, but I am called as a stool. And she had tears in her eyes, she fell down, and Lord Vishnu was trying to somehow or other console her. No, you have come here, so not be worried about and all. So, but she is like very much disturbed, and in disturbance she faints there. So then Garuda is there. So with his huge wings, he tries to fan her. Somehow or the other, she comes back to her consciousness. The Lord Vishnu says that do not worry. So I will take care of it. So I will take you to Golok Vrindavan and Krishna will solve your problem. So Lord Vishnu takes this extra month Adhik Maas to Vrindavan. So they are going to Golok Vrindavan, and we know that Golok Vrindavan is very effulgent. So when that effulgence starts coming, so Mal Maas, Adhik Maas you can say. So she tries to hide herself behind Lord Vishnu. So when she is hiding, so they try to enter. So when the guards see at Golok Vrindavan that Lord Vishnu is coming, so they pay obeisances to Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu enters. So as they enter, so this Adhik Maas, so she is like very disturbed and she's like sobbing. She's like crying again and again, saying she is sobbing. So Krishna is very happy to see Lord Vishnu, and then because this Adhik Maas, she is hiding behind Lord Vishnu, so Krishna is not able to see. So he asks that who is behind you? Then Lord Vishnu says that this is like Adhik Maas, he is the deity of this Adhik Maas. But why she is crying? Because in Golok Vrindavan no one cries. Because Golok Vrindavan means like every word is a song and every step is a dance. So Golok Vrindavan, everyone is happy. So why you are crying here? Then this Lord Vishnu tells that the problems he is facing, that everyone is ignoring her, there is nothing auspicious happening in her in this particular month of Adhik Maas, and people are condemning her, calling her bad names and all. So all this Lord Vishnu is saying. So but still this Adhik Maas, he is like crying and all. So Krishna does not like, because no one is, Krishna is a merciful Lord, so she has come to take shelter of Krishna. He does not want that anyone should cry. So like it's not like a Golok Vrindavan, there is no crying. Crying is there, but there is like transcendental tears are there in Golok Vrindavan. So we know that pastime of Gop Kumar. So when Gop Kumar, when he is returning back to the Golok Vrindavan, so how he is returning? So he goes from one planet to another, from lower planet to upper planet to Brahmaloka. He goes to Sivloka also. He goes to like Ayodhya, Dwarka, and all places he goes. And finally, what happens? He comes to Golok Vrindavan. So when he comes to Golok Vrindavan, so he comes in the morning time, so he sees that all the gopis, all the gopas, they are busy, and because they are busy also, and they are like in a very disturbed state, because Krishna has gone to graze the cows in the forest. And everyone is waiting when the evening is going to come and when Krishna is going to come, because they want to take darshan of Krishna. So as soon as the evening approaches, so all the Brajbasis, they run like a mad person to the shore of Yamuna, because it is the time for Krishna to come. And not just the gopis and the gopas, all the animals also, all the birds also, because it's a dense forest, so birds are also not able to see Krishna during that period. So all the birds are also flying in the sky. Some of the monkeys, some of the animals, they are like on the top of the branches. They just want to see the first glimpse of Krishna. So as soon as when Krishna comes, so first of all, like a flute is there, they hear the flute of Krishna, that Krishna is playing the flute. Then first the cows are there. So when the cows are coming, so there are dust, and the dust are there in the air, and everyone is like trying to see that how Krishna is coming. So they are trying very minutely to observe, like just to have a glimpse of Krishna. So at that moment only they see the glimpse of Krishna, that Krishna just emerges from that. The dust is there, dust of Vrindavan is there, and from there Krishna is emerges. So he is wearing beautiful peacock feather is there. He is playing the flute, and he is like there. He is like very happy. And when Brajbasi sees, so some of the Brajbasi, just by seeing Krishna's beauty, they faint there. Some of them, they like they run to embrace Krishna, and Krishna is very happily like looking at each and every devotees. And then Krishna looks at Gop Kumar, because Gop Kumar is there, and as soon as Krishna sees Gop Kumar, he runs from there. He runs and he embraces Gop Kumar. And as soon as he embraces Gop Kumar, what happens? That he faints. Krishna faints. He is so in ecstasy that he starts telling to Gop Kumar that where you have been for these many years, for these many lifetimes. So I was looking for you, but you were so, for such a long period of time, you were away from me. And while saying this, Krishna like he faints there. And as soon as when Krishna faints, and when Krishna is saying, he has tears in his eyes. Krishna is saying when he is meeting Gop Kumar for a long period of time, so he has tears in his eyes. And he faints. When Krishna faints, so all gopis starts crying. All the gopis, all the gopas, everyone starts crying. And they start cursing Gop Kumar that maybe this person has been sent back Kamsa. That is why he has done something to Krishna now. So when Nanda Maharaj comes, Mother Yashoda comes, everyone is like crying. They are also fainting. So Radharani also becomes very disturbed. She also has tears in her eyes. So then Balramji comes. So when Balramji comes, then he says that no, Krishna is the supreme Lord. How can he faint? Then he says that what actually is happening. Then he says Gop Kumar is here. So what Krishna says to Gop Kumar, you just put your hand on Krishna's body, on Krishna's hand. So and Gop Kumar does. So Balramji takes hand of Gop Kumar and puts on Krishna's hand. And as soon as it happens, then Krishna immediately he comes out of he comes to his consciousness. Then again he embraces Gokumar. He says to Gokumar that you promise that again you are not going to leave me. And then after that they have nice feast that they go to Nand Bhavan and all. So in Brith Bhagavatam very nicely like all this pastime has been explained. So there are tears are there, but that tears are of transcendental joy. Tears are there when Krishna is feeling separation from all the Brajbasis, separation from like devotees, when devotees are feeling the separation. But here like the Adhik Maas, he is feeling morose because he is being insulted in this world. So Krishna says that you do not have to worry. So from today onwards, what is going to happen that I am going to accept you. So you will be my wife from today onwards. So what is happening when someone becomes someone's wife? So, why a lady may be pauper, she may be very poor, but suppose that she marries to a millionaire. So immediately what happens? She becomes a millionaire automatically. She does not have to do extra endeavor. So that is a great thing to be a woman, that you cannot do any, you just marry and you will get everything. So sometimes like you marry a prime minister, you will become a prime minister's wife. So that also happens. King's queen you will become. So now she got all the opulence, all the qualities of Krishna. So she had all the name, fame, glory, everything she got from Krishna. And Krishna also says that this is a special month, and because and I also like bestow my mercy on you or on this month, that if anyone is doing extraordinary like devotional service, even little bit of devotional service, if anyone is doing in this particular mass, which is now going to be called as Purushottam mass, so they are going to get unlimited benefit. Like in Kartik Mass, if one chants 1 round, so one will get 100 times benefit. So in this Mass, if one chants 1 round, so we'll get 1000 benefit. 1000 times benefit one is going to get. So this is the glory of this great month. So now this pastime Krishna is narrating, and I will briefly explain that why Pandavas are suffering, because time is up. So then Krishna looks towards Draupadi, and then he says that, no, I will tell you that why you all are suffering. Then he says that in previous life, what was there, that Draupadi, so she was the daughter of a great Rishi, so that Rishi's name was Medhavi. So she was the daughter of Medhavi Rishi. So what had happened that this Rishi was a great sage. So he was always busy in austerity, penances, performing devotional life. So when his daughter was very small only, then the mother passed away. So it was responsibility of the sage to take care of the daughter. So he was taking care of it, but not the way the daughter wanted. So the time was passing by, and the daughter came to this marriageable age, but the sage was not very much he was like bothered, you can say, or did not pay his attention. So and the daughter was becoming very restless because all her friends, everyone was getting married, but she was all alone. Father was busy in meditation. She had nothing to do at home also. So she was very disturbed. She was thinking that what to do. And during that period, what happened that this Rishi also left his body. So she was now all alone. So no one was there. She was not even married also. She had reached this marriageable age. So at that time what happened that Durvasa Muni came, and Durvasa Muni was a great friend of this Medhavi Rishi. So when that Durvasa Muni came, then the daughter, so she started narrating that how she is suffering and all. She has no protection. Father left his body. She does not have any elder brother. She does not have a husband and all. So what to do? She is not understanding. So Durvasa Muni said that do not have to worry. I will tell you one thing. What you do, you observe Purushottam month. So if you are going to observe this Purushottam month, then all your desires are going to be fulfilled. So this daughter became very, she started saying that what you are saying to worship Purushottam month. Don't you know this Purushottam month is this Adhik Maas, that is Mal Maas. So nothing auspicious happens in this Mal Maas, and you are asking me to observe some penance, some austerity in this month. So do you think that I am a like daughter of a great sage, this Medhavi Rishi? So I know all these things and all. So you should not try to fool me. So she was speaking to whom? She was speaking to Durvasa Muni, not some ordinary Rishi. So Durvasa Muni became very angry, extremely angry he became. But he said that because you are the daughter of my best friend Medhavi Rishi, and you also like my daughter, so I will not curse you. But I can tell you one thing, because you have offended this Purushottam month, so you are going to suffer because of this offense. And by saying that, Durvasa Muni left. So immediately what happened that the girl, that daughter of Yadvi Rishi, so she lost all her beauty, all her opulence also she lost, and she looked like an ugly lady and all. So she became very afraid. So she started thinking that what should I do? So decided that let me worship Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva is very merciful. He is called as Ashutosh. So she began worshipping Lord Shiva. So she did penance, and it is said that I read that she did around for 9,000 years. She did penance. So for that many years she did, and then Lord Shiva. So what happened? That Lord Shiva appeared, and when Lord Shiva appeared, so she became very excited. And as soon as he became excited, so he started saying that because he wanted a husband, so he started saying to Lord Shiva that Lord Shiva, you have appeared, I am so much grateful to you. Just please give me a husband. If you give me a husband, my life will become very nice. That way she was saying again and again. She told 5 times that give me husband, give me husband, give me husband. And Lord Shiva said that as you wish, your wish will be granted. So since you asked me husband for 5 times, you will get 5 husbands. So this daughter, she was thinking, no, how can it happen? What people will think about me? I'm sorry for that. Do not give me 5 husbands. So Lord Shiva says that no, I cannot take back whatever the benediction which I have given you. And the other thing is that you insulted Durvasa Muni, because Durvasa Muni is my body only, and you offended also Purushottam month. So this benediction or curse, whatever you may call, it become a benediction later on. So that will be there upon you, but it will work in next lifetime. The next life, we know that how Drupad performed yajna, and that the Medvi Rishi's daughter, she comes from that fire sacrifice, and she is Draupadi. So this is what Krishna is saying, because since Draupadi had offended Purushottam Ma, so all these kind of inauspicious things are coming. So she was insulted by this Dussasan in that Kuru assembly, that all the opulences and all things you have lost. So what you all should be doing now, you should be trying to observe this particular Purushottam Mass very nicely, because if you do, then all the inauspicious things will go away from your life. So this is how this story has been narrated by Krishna. So in this Purushottam Mass, so this is like a great benediction which Krishna has given to us, that if we are doing some devotional service, then we are going to get extra benefit when we are doing it in Purushottam month. So in the Padma Purana also it is mentioned. So Padma Purana, I will read the statement. It has also been said by His Holiness Japataka Swami Maharaj also. Few of the glories I will read in 2-3 minutes. So in Padma Purana it is mentioned that of all the month of the year, the month of Kartik or Damodar is 100 times more than the ordinary month, and this Purushottam month is 1000 times more powerful than the Kartik month. And in one lecture, I heard that someone was quoting His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So Maharaj was saying that there are some temple in Vrindavan. So in this Purushottam month, they will celebrate all the festival. Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Balram Jayanti, all the festivals they celebrate. Because this is such an auspicious month. So once Pankaj Angri Prabhu has said that if someone wants a Krishna conscious child, so one can pray in this particular month, and like Krishna will fulfill the child, fulfill the desire of that couple. So this is what Pankaj Angri Prabhu said, and there are a few other glories are there. It is mentioned that if one takes bath early in the morning in Purushottam month properly, then one will get the benefit of taking bath in Kumbh Mela. When the Kumbh occurs, so that benefit one is going to get. So another glory is saying that if one takes bath in a holy river, then one gets the benefit of taking bath in the Ganges for 12,000 years. That is the another benefit one will get when one is doing in this particular month. And in Hari Bhakti Vilas, a very interesting thing is mentioned that because this Adhik Mas, this or Purushottam Mas, it comes after 33 months almost. So here it is mentioned that there should be 33 milk items which should be given to a Vaishnava couple. If someone does so, so he will get all auspiciousness. So that is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. And other thing is that one thing, other important thing is mentioned is that in this particular month, like we hear all these glories. So other thing is that we should not commit any kind of offense in this particular month. And offense is that Vaishnava Aparadh and any kind of sin or violence. And violence is not like only physical violence, violence which we commit mostly through our words. Because through the words, the greatest amount of violence we commit, and we do not accept also. So that also we should not do. And as like devotees are offering ghee lamp, so the way it is done in the Kartik month also. And some of the devotees, they also offer 1 lakh tulsi leaf to saligram sila on this particular auspicious month. And we should read the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita. So 15 chapter devotees read. So I was hearing lecture of His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj. So Maharaj said that we can read any chapter also. 15 chapter also we should read, but we can. It's not that only 15 chapter. We can read Bhagavatam also. Another chapter also we can read. So this is we see that what is the glory of this month and how Krishna is trying to help us. So in the chapter 2 of in chapter 2 when Krishna says that neha bikramo nasvaiti pratyavayuna vidyate swalpam apyasa dharmasya trayato mahato bhyat. So what Krishna is saying that even if you make little advancement, then also you will be saved from all the types of fear, all the types of danger. So similarly, in this Purushottam month, if we do little bit of devotional service, like whatever we are doing, we can do with more consciousness. We can chant if required, if possible, practically, we can chant extra round. But if we can do with more consciousness, proper consciousness, then we are going to get mercy of Krishna, going to get the mercy of Balram. So we see that how Balram is coming to rescue Samba. So all this Purushottam month, Kartik month, Srimad Bhagvatam, Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada, all the pure devotees, they come just for us to rescue us from our miserable state of life. So let us pray to Purushottam month, let us pray to Krishna. There is some of the things I had heard from devotees like Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj, Dasevani Mataji, Radhesham Prabhu and all, so I tried to share. If I committed any mistake, blunder, so please forgive me. So you can conclude now. पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, भगवान बलराम जी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा. थैंक यू वेरी मच.